Big breaking news coming in. A sensational kill Prime Minister Modi plot has come to fore. A recent threat to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. An email has been received by the central agencies where the suspect has claimed of having around 20 kgs of RDX for the assassination attempt on Prime Minister Modi.
And what is being said by this email, that it speaks of at least 20 of those sleeper cells. This is the big breaking news that we are first getting you here on Times Now. Assassination threat to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Priyank, what more can you tell us? All right, Priyank will be joining us shortly, but this is a recent threat to assassinate Prime Minister Narendra Modi. An email that has been received by the central agencies there where they suspect that they have claimed of having around 20 kgs of RDX for the assassination attempt. The email also claims of having around 20 sleeper cells. This is a big breaking news that we are getting for our viewers right now. A latest threat to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's life.
Well, this chilling email has been sent to central agencies. The individual behind this has claimed of having around 20 kgs of RDX and also claims that there are around 20 sleeper cells. Let's go across to Priyank. Priyank, sensational news break here on Times Now. Central agencies have been sent an email which is a threat to Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
Yeah, certainly, and this email correspondence has happened a few days back in between the central agencies. Basically, the email was sent to the National Investigating Agency by someone who claimed that there has been an attempt of keeping these huge quantity of RDX by these group of individuals. But if you look at in the past, there have been multiple ID blasts which has happened in the national capital, as well as there were IDs which were recovered by the central agencies which had RDX into it. On the borders of Punjab, the BSF has also seized, IDs which had RDX. So time and again, the usage of RDX is quite visibly seen in these, IDs which has been recovered. And similar thing has also been claimed in this particular email, where the suspects are claiming that the sleeper cells have been activated. So it is an open threat to the security agencies of the country, and that too in the name of Prime Minister. The threat email has been sent.
Priyank, just keep on telling us more about this email that has been received, because it seems to be in detail pointing out exactly what the person has, what it can do, and what really has been in store for the future. And any threat to the Prime Minister cannot be taken lightly at any cost.
See, the email is specifically talking about that, if I quote from the letter which has been exchanged, that I have more than 20 kgs of RDX and I have planted in 20 big attacks, and 20 kg of RDX has been planted in major cities. I want to kill Prime Minister Modi fast as I can, and I will bomb the Prime Minister and kill myself and destroy my life. So this is a email which is talking about how a suicide attempt has been planned by a group of individuals, and I will kill more than 20 million of
Priyank,
people.
stay on with us. Stay on with us. We have Richa, my colleague, joining us from the Newspit. The email talks about 20 big attacks, about RDX already being planned in major cities.
That's right, Swati, and we have the document here on our screen right now, which states, and I quote, that in this regard, the context of this email is under, hello everyone, I have more than 20 kgs of RDX, and I have planned 20 big attacks, and all these 20 RDX has been planted in major cities. I want to kill Modi, he says, as fast as I can, and I will bombard this Prime Minister. He has killed my life, destroyed my life, he says. I will not leave anyone. I will kill more than 20 million people. The people are dying, so they will die from my bombs. I have met with some terrorists, he says in this particular email. They are going to help with RDX. I'm happy that I have got bombs very easily, and now I'll blast everyone. If you can stop me, then try to stop me, but the attacks are planned. I have planned it. About 20 sleeper cells will be activated soon, he says, on 28th of February, and millions of people will be killed, inshallah. That's the entire statement and the email that we have now accessed here, which is absolutely shocking and graphic, to say the least.
So Priyank, what you have been talking about, that most of those central agencies that have received this email, or is it in particular the NIA?
Yes, the email was sent to the NIA and it has been shared with multiple central agencies because the security of the Prime Minister of the country is not only the responsibility of the SPD, but it is a joint effort of the intel agencies which gather input that is being shared with the unit which is protecting the Prime Minister. Apart from that, there has been the outer periphery of the security of the Prime Minister, which has also been taken care by the state police, because that is the outer corridor which has been done. So what this particular email has been talking about is very important, because what we have seen in the past, that all these IDs which has been recovered at multiple locations, in fact from the national capital also, had more than 3 kgs and 3.5 kgs of RDX, and all these IDs had a very strong impact that could have harmed more individuals. What this person has been claiming, that they will be attempt to assassinate the Prime Minister at multiple locations, and they have access to various sleeper cells which are active in around 20 locations in the country.
Absolutely. It shouldn't be very difficult for the agencies to track the IP address and get hold of this individual or individuals behind the email. We have our senior editor Madhudas Gopalakrishnan joining us in the broadcast as well. Sensational development after the security breach in Punjab. Now this assassination plot has been revealed through the email.
Well, that's right. And in fact, very, very serious allegations being made over here. Of course, it remains to be seen what the agencies will find when they probe this entire matter, because what we understand is that this is a matter that is still under investigation, but these internal communications of the agencies have been accessed by a colleague, Priyank. And certainly, of course, the allegations that have been made or the claims that have been made are serious enough to merit attention of our agencies. And that's why they're looking into this very closely. Of course, this is not the first time we have seen any kind of threat as far as the Prime Minister is concerned. We have seen in the past, whether it is in Bihar or whether even in as he was Gujarat Chief Minister at that time as well, there have been different kinds of threats that have been emerging. But in this particular case, an email that has very specifically alleged that there is so much amount of RDX, which we all know is an explosive that can be used for IED devices, and also, of course, talking about the different sleeper cells that are allegedly associated with this one individual. These are just claims at this point of time, but the claims, of course, are something, and there is enough reason for the agencies to believe that they need to investigate this entire matter, and that's why we are reporting the same. Back to you, Swati.
Yeah, but Madhav, any threat to the Prime Minister, it cannot be taken lightly at any cost. I mean, it could be a hoax. We still do not know any confirmation. Will that be given by the central agencies also? But Madhav, as far as the Prime Minister's security is concerned, how are we looking at now with this new email threat that has now been sent across to the NIA now? How will they be taking up this matter now?
Well, it is for the NIA to look into it entirely. It is for them. They're a professional agency. They are dealing with terror-related cases for a while now. And certainly it is for them to assess and look into the origins of this email, who is the person who has sent it, and really, of course, as far as the claims are concerned, whether those claims at all are substantiated in any particular way. So the agencies are, of course, seized of this particular matter is what we understand. And certainly, of course, we'll be looking into it. Furthermore, from here, in fact, what action is taken completely depends on what comes out of this entire investigation.
Madhav, stay on with us. Let's go back to Priyank, who has accessed this note. We are playing out a snapshot of that on your screens. In this particular note, towards the end, it says that the sleeper cells will be activated on the 28th of February. So that has already happened, according to the email.
Yes. Yes, and but this threat perception cannot be ruled out. Swati, these kind of emails, correspondence do happen in between the central agencies, and Madhav has rightly said that every threat perception, if it is related to any citizen of the country, is taken very seriously by the central agency.